Well, looks like we've got the wiring squared away where I'm pretty happy and ready to set that aside. And now we're going to move on to the plate itself. We're going to take this time in this video to just do a good inspection, clean up and prep, and try to get it to a position where we can build this space back up that's missing on the tab. You can also see that it's missing part of the COM plate that would normally go over there too. I've got a donor. We're going to try to attempt to get that piece off of the donor plate and reinstall it back onto this plate. So let's clean this up, prep it up, and then see what it looks like. I just want to get all the old stuff off of it. That way, when we go to build it up, it'll get good adhesion. And then, of course, on this wing that comes out, for lack of better words, that comes off of the actual COM plate itself, we want it to stick well as well. So we'll get it all prepped up here. Corrosion may have been where they tried to, whoever had it before may have tried to repair it or connect it or solder it. It looked like that the wires had broken short, and what they tried to do was connect it to this little short tab coming off the COM plate and did away with the original wing, so that way they could try to get it to a point where it would still work. In that process, it may have put some glue on it or something like that, or not quite sure what this is, but we'll definitely want to get it cleaned up, get it back down to the original plate. And this is my first attempt at actually repairing the plate itself. Haven't done one of these before, so we're gonna learn together whether this is gonna work or not. And this is also a first generation. I think I'd mentioned that in a previous video, but what I believe to be the first generation, the second generation Super 2 plates were almost translucent, almost like a fiber style plate. And so just in my 6-7 months worth of starting to fool with these cars more and get more involved with them, this looks like the early generation, and then they switched over to the other, maybe because they were more resistant to the heat. But I do know that the little wing pieces that are missing on this particular one here, that they're more prone to come off and break loose from the plate itself. So I don't know if switching it over to that more translucent, or what I would call a rosin style design COM plate, was better adhesion and would stick better, and then therefore just more resilient. And as I work on the backside here, I don't want to make just a flush piece. So I'm gonna get all this old stuff off, which looks to be a little bit brittle. Maybe it got hot from the solder and whatever the case may be. But what I'm going to do is kind of shave this down a little bit and taper it in. When I go to put this, build this section back up, I almost want that to be in such a way where it's got some additional strength by kind of bridging over a little bit, which, you know, in terms of if you hit it or tweak on it a little bit, it won't just snap off. It'll actually have some leverage there to reinforce it. You can see on my blade there, you can see where it's starting to kind of almost like sand it away or grind it away. just kind of tapering this area down to allow for that bonding material to stick to it. You can see here's a closer look at the actual edge of it, how thin it's gotten, but that's intentional. We want it to be kind of thin on that edge. It's looking pretty good here. Yeah, you can see it almost down to nothing. The rest of the plate looks in pretty good shape. I know it's dirty, but the other two wings are attached well. They seem to still be stuck there very well. And what's very important is we've still got this little bitty ear coming off the com plate that's broken, and that's enough, I believe, where we can attach our donor piece onto it and make that solder connection. And you can see it's already got solder on it, which once it's done, hopefully, if everything works out well, you'll barely even be able to tell that we've reattached the donor piece to it. We'll make it so close, and then we'll attempt to sand that down and hopefully smooth it up, and that way it doesn't come in contact with the chassis once it's actually in the car itself. Get a little bit more out of it here. Just shooting for super good reinforcement. Go through all this trouble, we don't want to break off. So I think we've gotten pretty close to the point now where we need to prep it up. Yep, pretty thin there. Alright, well, I think I'm pretty satisfied with the way we've got everything cleaned up so far. And now it's time to prep up and build up a form where we can attempt to add this additional piece back to the com plate itself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by laying down a base, sticking it to it, that way it doesn't move around, and then we'll tape this to the table to keep it still, and then we'll build up a little form around it. Make sure we get this on the table so it doesn't get away from us while we're trying to get the form built around it. So just use this, tape it down for temporary. Plus, if you're using whatever materials you might be using, you don't want that to stick to your table. When you're ready and after it's set up, you want to easily be able to get it up off the table and peel that tape off of it, so that way you can work it. Plus, this way we'll know that the surface is pretty flat on the most important surface of the plate itself. So now we've got it taped down. Yep, not going anywhere. So now we're going to attempt to put like a little border or boundary around that one ear where it's broke off, and then we can backfill it and go from there. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and keep up with them. I think we're on video 5 of 12, so there'll definitely some more to come as we get this thing back together, or at least give it a shot anyway. this is a little tall. I have to shorten that up so it doesn't get away from me. So you can see I'm trying to leave some gap there. I'm going to fill that gap with my material.